Okay, so first we open the make sure it's the right file character. This is our character. Okay, so turn off the load UI so that you can open by default UI. So this is the character, right? So what you're gonna do is let's go to the asset browser and look, this is the assets browser that available, but we want to create a pose in our pose library in our asset. Okay, now we, as usual, we have to add the character folder in our preference path so that they will store the data for our Python. Okay, the Python also you have to, the Python code is also, you need to put it here. So add the link, right? And then add all of them, right? So by doing that, you basically have will be store every single post in our library. If we add new posts in our library, they will follow the path. I mean, take from that particular path. Right now, we need to modify the character movement. Yeah, so you can click this one. We change to IK. So you have to click the controller and we'll go to properties, change the IK. And also the right hand side. So let's click this and go to the bone. All right, that one, and then IK to 1. So it will take the IK as our controller. So forward, we're not going to use forward kinematics. So to control the pull vector at the back, you see the back pull vector, this elbow twist, arm twist, yeah? Okay, you have to choose it from the custom properties. So it depends on the character rigging, but for this particular rigging, you have to go to the, click the controller and then go to the, I think, properties, then you can modify the pull vector or the elbow. So what I'm gonna do now is like create like normal pose. So this going to be a relaxed kind of pose, and this pose I'm going to put in the pose library, so that whenever we load the character, the pose library will be in the asset browser, and we can double click that particular pose so that our character will automatically change his pose into relaxed pose or running pose. So it depends. But this is not action strip yet. This is just one pose. Nothing to do with animation yet. Just pose. For if you want to do an animation, then a few poses you really need to create few poses. So we are going to do all this pose library in our original file so that you will be able to reuse it whenever you link the character. So we are not going to append the character later on. We are going to link the character. But before we link anything like the pose library, you have to do in original file. And if you have action that you would like to import in other scene, then we need to later on, after this, we're going to do action strip like walk cycle and so on. But for this particular example, I'm going to create simply sit down kind of action so that you can import that sit down action into and link it into other Blender file. So let me modify it a little bit. Okay, so no, we have to click this and then change it from the properties. Okay, the elbow. All right, I think That's it. Okay, now let's modify this controller, spine controller, so that he looks a little bit relaxed now. Okay. So now here we're going to add new catalog. Let's say pose pose body. Okay. Or we can create another one. We're going to create for the face as well. So body and face. Right. So now let's select the controllers that will be used. But before that, let me make it relax a little bit. Okay. So I select all the controllers, move it down a little bit so that his knee a little bit relaxed. Looks okay. Now let's select this part. This controller is probably you have to select all controllers you want to store in the library. You have to select all the controllers and add the keyframe later on, and then add to the post library. So I think all those controllers going to be affected. Yeah, maybe that, just as an example, let's do that. All right. So go to timeline. Try to go to the dope sheet action editor. Yeah, zoom in a little bit. So hard to see. Let me change it to frame 100. Okay. Yeah, maybe bigger, 200. Okay. So in the dope sheet action editor, okay, we are going to let me select another one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just select the controls that are going to be recorded. Right, it will be recorded in our post library. So a few of them. This is just examples, okay? Right. So just to make sure the right controllers, okay? If you have the wrong selection, then it's not going to be recorded in the post library. Insert keyframe, Now insert the keyframe. So once you add the keyframe, right? So it's there. Go to the post body. Now let's create post asset. Okay, in the current file. Make sure you are in the current file. Asset and post body. Okay, create post asset. There you go. This is, we can rename this. Press N on the keyboard. Then this will give you option to rename it. So click that and then press N. Then press N again to close this description. So N is a shortcut key to rename or get the properties of the object. Okay, so let's try it. For example, okay, let me do something here. Let me move it and then double click apply post. So look, if you move that rig, any controller, and then you already modify the character, and then you double click the relaxed pose, it will change to basic pose, to the pose that you already created. Now once you're done, we have to delete the keyframes if you want to add more pose in the pose library. You have to, let's work on face pose now. So you can do a lot of pose. I just give you a few example here. Pose body and pose face. Just as an example, you can use, you can create as many as you want for your project or for anything. All right, for the face pose, we have to create a camera so that we can focus on the face instead, like the one that we already created here. We have to really focus, otherwise it's going to be very fine. You cannot see from the thumbnail the face pose. Now let me modify. Click this to modify the size and scale it up. Okay, click this icon. Okay, so the camera, we need to change the viewing from the camera we created, right? Look. Okay, go to scene and select the camera. Camera 1. This is the, yeah, you can click the icon to see if the camera is looking at our camera, the new camera that we already created. Okay. Now zoom in. Right. I think it's okay. Right, and move it a little bit backward. And move it, pressing G to move it around. Okay, so this is the view from camera 1. You can change the focal line by clicking the camera icon down there. Then it's zooming in. Right, it looks good to me. Right. Okay. See the jaw a little bit yeah. Oh, modifies just a little bit, guys. Okay, go a bit up. This is the eyelid. Okay, shift select and then move a little bit so you can see, like, just an example. Okay, you can do any facial expression you want, but I just want to name it as smiley. So I'm gonna select all these controllers, including the eyebrows and eyelids. Insert keyframe, location rotation, and then let's add into the new post. Okay, now press N if you cannot find this to rename. The properties will be appeared. No, there you go, smile. All right, looks good. You have pose for the body and also for the facial expression. Nice. Delete this one, don't forget about that, because this is the original file. Okay, so make sure you save this. Okay, so this is the post library in our original file. So this post will be recorded and be added into our main the original file. Now I want to create action strip, meaning I would like to record the action so that we can reuse it in our animation. So change this to animation action editor and also NLA. Yeah, 11. I think add tracks here. Yeah, NLA track will be created under 11, which is our rig name. So the action strip will be placed in here later on. Okay, so let's start doing it. So you have to create a new. If you want to store the action, you have to click new and rename it. We have to name this. Let's say I want to make him sit down. Okay, so you have to take this shield if you want to save it, so it will be imported in our link. If you want to link and store this thing, you have to click the shield. If you click push down after and rename it, then you will have your own recorded action and animation. Okay, let me add mesh, which is the cube, so that he can sit on the cube. Okay, let's pause him. If you want to move the character only in a pose mode, right? Okay, so let me insert key. So you see the keyframe, already insert the keyframe, and then sit down another keyframe. Let's just move only this, insert keyframe, only the hip controller. Right, you move the hand a little bit down there, and let me modify a little bit. Remember, this is the original file, of our rig. So all these will be recorded, and then you can reuse it. Always reuse it for any scene you want, because this action strip had been recorded. Okay, now he's sitting down. Move the controller. The hand control a bit low than the previous one. Okay. Rotate a bit. Okay. Okay. Then this one, move it a little bit. Okay. Just a bit rotation. You can play around with the rotation. Press G to move around. Okay. Right, we can select both insert keyframe. So you look, he's sitting down. Right. Okay. Think it's good. right? A little bit up. So keyframe, okay? So you're gonna see, yeah, it looks a little bit normal. Okay. If okay, let me modify a little bit. Okay, so that he will lean a little bit forward when he's sitting down. You always need to create, we call in between. Okay, we have first pose, second pose. Now we're creating in between so that it looks a little bit, yeah, normal. So if you want to create animation, always follow these simple steps: keyframe, and then in between. So in between, I just rotate a little bit for the front, and insert keyframe for the hip. And then I need to modify a little bit the hand posture. Now push down. When you click push down, it will store this action. You can modify later by clicking tab. Okay, so this is the action. That looks good to me. Look, if you click this and make sure you have the shield ticked on. So this one is basically the action that have been saved. Okay, if you click this, and then we can delete it because already it's been saved in the action editor. And you can add it later in your project, because this is the track, and just save it and then create a new. So I want to show you how I link the character. So go to file, link. So this is go to original. Okay, go to character, original file. I want to show you how I import it using link. So collection, character rig. All right, link it. So this is the character, but of course this get I need to remove the camera. I should not include the camera. So let me open the original one, and then remove the camera because delete it. We already created the face pose in asset library. It's okay. Now save, file, save. Now create new. So let's link again. File, link, character rig. Make sure you opening and right one. So go to correct my animation characters, for example. 11. Okay, this is the original file collection for the rigging. Okay, link. Now look, this is the character, but of course there is no pose mode. But anyway, let's check the library. All, yes, look, the pose body, pose face, but we cannot pose. We have to do something so that we can pose the character, because if you just double click it, it's not gonna happen. Go to object, link library, make link library override. So select this controller. Now you have pose mode, and you can pose the character. So remember, library of right. Now if you go to this, you double click, you can pose the character. Okay, let's go to the dope shape. I want to create the action. Okay, let us create dope shape at the top, the action editor, and the bottom one I would like to use the non-linear animation. Okay, move this thing. Okay, all right. Okay, we have the track. Now I would like to add new action 3. Oh, it's not there. Look, I have to not only link the character and do library override, I also need to link the action strip. Go to animation, my character. Now you have a lot of things, right? Collection is for the rig, but we have to click action and import or link this sit down action. Now you can have it in here, and then what you need to do in the track, you have to add action strip. Now it will appear. See, this is the action of sitting down. If you don't link it, it will never be there. Okay, now we have the action strip added and linked and also added. So I want to create this action. Basically, I want to show you we can add and we can have the face body pose, or in our pose library we can just double click it to pose. Now I want to do something, not only have the pose library, not only have the NLA action strip, I also want to modify the action strip and create another action strip so we can create this kind of action like in the reference video. So the good about action strip is you can scale it up, scale it down, you can combine them together, blend them if you have two action strips. So this is the good thing. So now this standing ovation video don't have a good playback. So let's click playback every frame's dropping. But this particular video so slow. I'm not sure the frame FPS of this particular video. Let me check. It's not in the info. I think this video is not 30 frame per second. It looks because we need to match, yes, the video and also our animation. So let me check. Okay, let's see the detail video. This is 60 frames per second. Let me modify, select the video and then go down. Oh yeah, since I know, so just change the camera 60 frames per second. 90. Okay, it looks normal to me, the video. Now the playback is normal. So it's time to modify the action strip. Make it as the same length as the video. Okay, press S to scale it up. The good about action strip is you can click and then press S to scale and also press G to move later on the action strip. Let me okay, let me add new action called clap and tick the shield so that it will store the action, so that we can, if we want to use the clapping action, we can use it later. Okay, pose mode, and then yeah, it's time to pose the clapping because we have action sit down and we want to create called a new action called clapping. Okay. Let's follow the action. Okay, right. Okay, let's say that. Let's change this. The elbow. Click bone, custom properties. Oh no, we cannot modify them. So let's go back to the original one and turn it on so that it can be edited. So let's open the original file. 11. Good. Right. So where's the controller here? Here you can edit, of course, but you have to click this bone icon. Okay, and then click the gear lock. Wait, is this the, yeah. Make sure you pick this one and then go to the gear lock and make sure you tick library overrideable. Okay, this will allow you to change the number and value whenever you do link. Let's do it for every single controllers, the hand and also the fingers. Every single thing we tick the library overrideable. Okay, let's do that. Since the fingers here we got 4 fingers, so every single controller needs to be ticked. Okay. Okay. Let's do for both hands. Controllers for both hands. Takes a while, alright. So it depends on the rigging method. This one is a free character, so they got a different kind of controllers. So Rigify might have a different kind as well. So it depends really on how you do your controllers. Okay. Let's finish this, and then we can save it, and we're gonna refresh or reload our they call animation file. The good thing is, if you link everything you save here, the good thing is everything you save in here will be reloaded in the file that you use as a link. Yeah, open it. Let's see. hopefully we can change. Look, yes, look at that. We can now change the arm twist elbow position. Right, we can move it up, down, and this will allow us to have a control of the pull vector or the elbow. Okay, right, we're gonna find our action clap and then gonna modify it. We did not yet finish with the action, so let's modify a little bit so that we will do the clapping action. So you can look at the video. This is how I do. Sometimes I look at the video and sometimes I just do it by myself. It's really up to you. If you're really a professional animator, you just need to look into the mirror. If you want to store the movement, of course you have to insert the keyframe. Yeah, so always insert the keyframe whenever you think this is a good time to store the pose. So first the close pose and then the open pose. Okay, now let's move it to the side. Okay, and then insert the keyframe so that from the clap and then we open it. So we are going to follow the video. Insert keyframe. Then you see the hand will be open. So always we put in between, okay? First pose, second pose, and in between. Let's put the in between. Okay, where the in between we put it a bit close together. Insert keyframe. Let's select all this one, move it a little bit, and press G, move to the left a little bit. Let's look at the video. Yeah. Okay, we have to add more frames here. So it's still moving. A bit down, maybe. Okay. Insert keyframe. Every changes you have to insert keyframes. I think this is okay. Okay, insert keyframe. It's open. It's gonna open. Move it a little bit up, maybe. Okay. This one a little bit up as well. Oops. A bit more. They're trying to make an arc. Basically, it's go down. Here should be down a little bit so we can create arc. Up, down, up, down, up. It's like doing an arc principles. It's in the 12 principles of animation, the arc. So okay, now this place too close, so just highlight this. Oops, we have to select both controllers and highlight this part because this is a closing part. Just copy the keyframe and then go to 27 and paste. Okay, so it's gonna take, see, the keyframes that we already copied. We are going to try to work with the fingers now. So in the fingers, you have to right click, change the position, right click and insert keyframe. You cannot insert keyframe from there, you have to insert keyframe from the properties. So change the value and then let me change the value, right click, insert keyframe. Like that. This one is the same. Insert keyframe for every single controllers, the properties in the controller, because this is like value in properties. You cannot simply insert keyframe for that particular controller. You have to go through to the properties and then insert keyframe. For each fingers, so that you're gonna have the keyframe at frame 8, and then whenever you want to change it to another frame, or you want to add or you want to change the position at different different frames, then you have to insert keyframe again from the properties. So depends on the rig. As I said, this particular rig require you to manually do one by one. Okay, for this particular fingers, we have to key all of them. We already keyed the first keyframe, now it's the second keyframe. So you always have to change the value of the properties and then right click to insert the keyframe. If you change the value and you move, the changes will go away. Just now will be go away like that. So please change the value, whatever value in the properties, and then right click to insert the keyframe. Now look at the changes I am doing. Now I did not click any insert keyframe here. You just change the value. Then I insert the keyframe. You're gonna see the keyframe will be added. Right click, insert keyframe, look, will be added. Cool. This will be the same. You change the value, then you have to add keyframe. So please remember, every time you change value, change movement of that particular controller, you have to insert the keyframe. If you did not scrub the timeline, it's okay. Change the value for each controller and then you add keyframe for all controllers, including the properties. But the big disadvantage of this is you might forgot to insert keyframe for each of them, because you go around and play with the controller at that particular keyframe, particular frame. Let's say frame here 23, right? You just want to get the pose, but sometimes you do some mistakes whenever you try to play the animation and then scrub the timeline. Then everything will go away, because the system will take the first keyframe that you already stored in the timeline. But I like to do this pose first. When the pose is good, then I insert the keyframe. Oops, all of them. The good thing is you can create the pose without scrubbing the timeline. But if you do mistakes, like accidentally scrub the timeline, you lose this pose. You're gonna lose it because you don't want to add keyframe for each controllers whenever you change them. When I already insert the keyframe, just replace the keyframe with a new one. Because I want to lock the pose, right? So the keyframe is like inserting keyframe, like you lock the pose. Oh, I forgot to key on the left hand side. Look, I already done a mistake where I scrubbed the timeline without keying the left hand side. I have to change again the value. I'm excited to see the action without noticing that I did not insert the keyframe for the left hand and fingers. Okay, let's do that again. Okay, let's insert keyframe for each of them. Now, if I scrub the timeline, the pose should be like this. It will stay here because I already insert keyframe for every properties in the fingers. If you're happy with the changes, remember to insert and replace the keyframe. Nice. Let's see. Now he is ready to scrub the timeline. Nice. Okay, look at the video and we can animate by following the video. We should close the finger here. Right, we're gonna select all those controllers and open the summary, and then I'm just gonna wait. Oh, this is hard. Let me make it minimize the summary so that I just a lot of them cannot highlight them. So let me do this. Okay, this is easier for me. Okay, highlight. Once you select all of the controllers, the fingers, and then it will appear in the action editor. Just highlight it, copy, then paste. You're gonna get, once you paste, let's say frame yeah, maybe 27. Okay, 29. Oops. Copy. Let's paste it. Okay. Fast action. Yeah, give a little bit of, small number of frames going to be, will make the action fast. Okay, now, okay, let me check the video. Okay, here, let's forget about the fingers first. Let's focus on the open and close. Okay, here maybe this is open, so let's copy this one, and then paste it here. Open, close, open. Oh, here's still close. I have to copy this one because it will copy the close. What do you call it? Yeah, look at that. It will copy this one still close, the close pose with the clapping hand. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, still close, but looks a bit. I need to insert the keyframe here to change, make it a bit lower. Okay. Oops, sorry, wrong frames. I think frame 42. Put it down. Click insert keyframe again, so it's too high. Oops. Oh no, wrong. This is wrong. Okay, I have to move properly. Yeah, here at frame 42. Okay, close. Okay, almost there. Clap. And then you open. Clap. Open, clap. Yeah. Close, open, close. Close, open. Let's look at the video and the character. Still close and then open. Yeah, nice. close and then open. Yeah, here should be open. Then where's the close part? I think this one we need a little bit movement, otherwise it looks weird. I'm gonna move down a little bit like the video. Yeah. Oops, maybe it's too much. Get this a bit higher up. The keyframe look a little subtle only. The movement, yeah, like that. Not too obvious. Going down. Just a bit. Yeah, let's insert what you call in between so that it looks like arc. Okay. Forget about the finger and the bowman. Just focus on the hand. Oh, this looks a bit weird. To here, I think a bit down. Look, makes the arc more natural, like us doing arc. Down, oops. Down, oh. It looks weird. Move down a bit and see keyframe. Oh, here, okay. This frame needs, okay. Go down a bit. Make an arc. Continue, go down. Okay, one moment. Down. I think more, much more. Lower this up one. Okay. Nice. Maybe not that smooth. It's okay. The arc. I think here should be a bit lower, so that it will make. Oh, sorry, higher. Make this one looks okay, but the first one, I think this should be. Let me undo it. This should go down, not up. Yeah. Because this one go down and then up again. Okay. Everything good up. Okay. Let me do something. This is okay. Only the first part. Maybe move this with be, yeah, this copy and then paste. Because I'm looking at the video, it's still open. Then it closed after that here. Okay, let me copy this one. Because this is a close. The hand close. Yeah, here. Close, close, close. Paste. So you're gonna open and then close. Of course, we have to change a little bit of the hand move backward, forward. copy this one. This is open. Here, open. Oh, open. Yeah, paste. Open. Let's focus on the open and the close at the moment, so that we can focus on the detail later on. Because if you focus on the detail too much, then you're gonna feel big, tiring. So okay, close, open, and you open here. Yeah, frame 88. Yeah, open 8, frame 38, 88. Which one there? Open. Okay, here, copy, go to frame 88. Yeah, and then paste. So we focus on the open and close them. Anyway, the hand should also move towards the character. So let's move. Ooh, why is going up? This one should go down. This one, huh? No, why is it go up? Down. Cannot see it clearly. Wait. Move. Open. Clap. Open. Oh, here. This is going up. I should put it down a little bit. See, a bit lower. Ooh, too much. Just a bit. Whoops. Undo. Don't click the push down button until you feel good with the action. But if you accidentally, you can press tab to modify it. It's okay. I will show you later. Let me fix this awkward movement. Too high. Just look at the video. It's not that high. Ooh, this is too high as well. Move down. Ooh, this one. Down. Then think a bit closer to the character. Yes. And then ooh. Okay. That's a keyframe. That looks okay. Oh, close. Oh, yeah. Why is the close? Yep, here, F97. So let me copy this close action and post, copy it. 97, paste it. Oh, this one too far away from the character. Let me move it closer. This is closer. Make it closer inside keyframe, eh? And then this one also a bit closer. Right click, inside keyframe. Oh, this one's so far away. Oh, this too high as well, I think. Oof. Down a bit and closer to the character. Okay. Nice. This one, clap, clap, clap. Bit lower. Bit lower. It's too high. Too high. This one. Too high and far away. Think. Wait. Oh, I think it's okay. Wait. This the height, I think. This one also a bit lower. Looking at the video, everything is lower than the character's face. So I need to put everything a bit lower now. Okay. I want to put a bit detail in terms of the rotation of this particular hand, like it to look at, so that it will look a bit more detailed compared to the previous one. Okay, here. So here, yeah, like that, and then close, and then here. Okay, maybe I want to modify the rotation. This part too. Rotate a little bit, just a bit, not too much. Insert keyframe, both of them. Okay, maybe this one a bit more than the previous keyframe that we rotate. Select all, both of them, and right click, insert keyframe. Here too, I think looks a bit more natural if you rotate a little. Oh, not this one. If you rotate a little bit. Select both of them, right click, and say keyframe once you're done with the. Yep. Yeah. Want to do it here too. A bit, just a bit, man. Set keyframe, yeah. Don't forget to insert keyframe. Looks okay. Looks good. Okay. Once you're done, you can push down to store the action sit down. Nice. Okay. Okay, so in this one, action sit down on top of his session clap. I think sit down should be. Okay, since the sit down is on the top, we need to try something. Either change this extrapolation or blending. Let me try blending them. Maybe it's not gonna work with the blending in and out, because blending is like you continue, connecting two different actions, but now we're on top of each other. So I think I want the action clap is on top. I think if we put on top, then it's gonna work. This is action clap. I think I need to move it into another track. So you can add a new track if you want, but just drag and drop on top. It's going to make your character clapping, or then you have to put it to hold. Oh no, after finish we need to hold the pose. So instead of nothing, we click hold. So the clap will hold, and also the action sit down hold. So they both hold the pose, right? Okay, looks good. Remember, you always can add new track by click add a new track if you want to change the action freely up down. Okay, but settings are everywhere if you want to try. I mean, the settings you can try it, and to change the action, the clap action, you can just press tab, and let's say the tab, and then click the controller you want to change. If let's say you want to change the action clap, here you already created the keyframe, right? So always press tab and then tab on and off after you finish modify the keyframe, and press tab again. But of course you have to select which controller you want to modify. And then you press the tab of that particular action strip. Nice. Now I would like to modify the facial. Okay, so now we are going to do the face. Click new action strip, name it as action strip face blinking, and then click and tick the shield if you want to save and reuse it in other files. Okay. Okay. Let's work with the jaw first, I think. Not this one. Where's the jaw? Here. Right, let's close the jaw first. Close, insert keyframe. And then to maintain closing the jaw, we have to insert the keyframe again because it's already closed. Then we're gonna open the jaw just to make an expression a little bit. Yeah. Then insert keyframe. Yeah. If you have time to create a pose for saying vowels and consonants, you can do that. Like A, I, U, O. It's gonna help because you just right click and apply pose. The mouth will do follow the one that you already keyed. Okay, so this is for the eye blink just now. Mouth, it's okay. Now it's time to modify and insert keyframe for the eye blink. So this is eyelid. I need to select all of them so that the keyframe will be consistent, not messy. Since I already add keyframe for the top eyelid, so I have to follow the placement of the keyframe. Right click, insert keyframe. And then I want to close here, maybe in the frame 35, insert keyframe so that I have the guideline, since the placement is really important for all keyframes. So let me insert keyframe here first, and then I can do close the eyelid. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose the track where to place the keyframe. Oh, I cannot select all of them, so I have to do one by one. Select this one, right click, insert keyframe, and then the lower eyelid, and then right click, insert keyframe after you modify the movement. Nice. Yep. Oh, this eyelid looks too big. I think I have to move it a little bit lower, make it a bit relaxed, the character shoe, bit stress, eyelid too wide open. Okay, modify it, insert keyframe, and simply copy and paste it. Here also too big. Right click, paste. Nice. Yeah. Maybe this is too fast. The action is too fast, I think. I have to select this part and then press G to move it. Make too fast. Too fast. The blinking is too fast. So I have to highlight, click G and move. Yeah, looks okay. Let me zoom out. Nice. With expression. Now let me. Okay. I don't know. Maybe this is just an example. I just push down and make it as an action strip. Blinking. Now I want to move it on top of the action strip. I can leave it here, or I can move wherever I want. I can add a new track in this NLA editor. What is this? Let me remove this one. Okay, I might not be able to move it to up the top track. Maybe I can just move the action sitting down, move it a bit down there. Yeah, I think this is okay. Anyway, you can just copy and then paste the action strip of the blinking, duplicate it, and press G to move. So you have two blinkings, 1, 2. Yeah, if you're happy to do 2 blink, it's okay. If not, then just remove it. But yeah, this is basically the idea of using action strip. The good thing is you can just bundle them and then scale it down and then move, press G. There you go. If you don't want, just delete. Because you already saved, you can just right click and add action strip later on. All right, so let me play. Whoops. Let me go to the timeline to show you the end product. You know, the animation, this is okay, but to me we can improve it more because the head is not moving, the torso also not moving that much, and the shoulder. You can improve this, but this is enough to show you how to apply the NLA action editor and also how to key.